Have you ever caught yourself questioning whether she's subtly signaling her attraction to you, or if your mind is just playing tricks? Sometimes, the signs are crystal clear. But let's face it, most men overlook them simply because they're not tuned into the right cues. Today, we'll uncover 6 undeniable signs that a woman is interested in taking things to a more intimate level, all viewed through the lens of Stoicism. These signs may be subtle, but once you learn to recognize them, they're impossible to miss. By the end of this video, you'll have a fresh outlook on attraction and a sharper eye for those hidden signals. Let's start with the first sign: lingering eye contact. Eye contact is a powerful form of nonverbal communication that can reveal more than words ever could. When it lasts just a little longer than usual, it sends a strong message. Think about it. Have you noticed when her gaze seems to hold yours just a little longer than normal? When someone is casually interested, they'll glance at you, but look away after a few seconds. However, when a woman holds your gaze a little longer, it's rarely accidental. She's communicating something without speaking a single word. But here's the catch. It's easy to misinterpret this kind of behavior if you're not paying close attention. This is where Stoicism comes into play. Stoicism encourages us to stay calm, observant, and fully present. Instead of reacting impulsively, you focus on the nuances of the interaction. Picture this. You're in a conversation with a woman, and she locks eyes with you. She doesn't glance away. Instead, she holds your gaze with intention, maybe even with a subtle smile. That's not just eye contact. It's an unspoken invitation. It's her way of signaling a deeper level of interest. Now, your instinct might be to overthink or respond too quickly, but a Stoic approach is about staying composed. Let the moment unfold naturally. Maintain eye contact confidently, acknowledging her signal without making it uncomfortable. You're not chasing, you're holding your ground and letting her guide the energy of the interaction. That calm confidence is the hallmark of a Stoic man. It's about being aware, not overreacting. Let me ask you something. How many times have you caught a woman holding eye contact with you, only to shrug it off as meaningless? You might be overlooking a significant signal. Now, let's move to sign 2, intentional touch. Touch is one of the clearest indicators of attraction, but it's also one of the easiest to misinterpret. The difference lies in the intention behind it. When a woman touches you deliberately, whether it's a light brush on your arm, a playful nudge, or resting her hand on your knee, it's rarely random. It's her way of testing the waters, gauging how you'll respond. As Stoicism teaches, staying present and observant is key. Pay attention to the little things. If her touch lingers longer than it needs to, or if she finds subtle ways to initiate contact repeatedly, she's likely signaling more than casual interest. It's not just about the act of touching. It's about how and when she chooses to do it. Touch is often a strong indicator that a woman feels comfortable around you. Think about how often she might gently touch your arm during a conversation or place her hand on your shoulder. These aren't random gestures, they're subtle signals of attraction. A Stoic man doesn't get flustered or overreact to these moments. Instead, he stays grounded, recognizing her actions for what they truly are, an invitation for deeper connection. Stoicism isn't about ignoring these cues, it's about calmly understanding their significance. When she touches you multiple times in different contexts, it's her way of signaling a desire for closeness. Imagine this. You're at a table, engaged in a lively conversation. She laughs at something you said and lightly brushes your arm. The touch lingers just a fraction longer than it needed to. That's no accident. As a Stoic man, you'd notice the gesture but remain composed. By not overreacting, you show that you're confident and in control, which only amplifies your appeal. The more you exude that calm assurance, the more you allow her to feel at ease in your presence. The more composed you remain, the more intrigued she becomes. Let's move on to sign 3. She seeks private conversations. One of the most telling signs that a woman is interested in more than casual interaction is when she actively seeks one-on-one time with you. Whether it's finding a quiet corner in a crowded room or initiating late-night texts, these moments are rarely accidental. They're deliberate. Consider this. If she suggests stepping outside for fresh air during a party or starts texting you when others aren't around, she's signaling her desire for a deeper connection. These actions show that she values your undivided attention and wants to see how you respond to the opportunity for intimacy. Here's where Stoicism becomes your ally. Stoicism teaches us to stay grounded and observant in these situations. Instead of rushing to conclusions or acting impulsively, you approach the situation with calm confidence. You listen, engage, and let the interaction unfold naturally. By being present and steady, you communicate that you're receptive to her efforts without appearing desperate or overeager, qualities that only heighten her interest. Stoicism teaches us to be self-aware and clear-minded in our interactions, especially when it comes to moments of vulnerability. When a woman seeks out private moments with you, she's opening up and signaling a desire for a more personal connection. But rather than jumping to conclusions or rushing into anything, a Stoic man stays grounded, observing her actions and allowing the moment to unfold naturally. Imagine this scenario. You're at a lively party and she suggests stepping outside to escape the noise. By doing this, she's intentionally creating a private space for just the two of you. It's her subtle way of expressing interest in deepening the connection, emotionally and perhaps physically. As a Stoic man, your role is to stay composed. You don't rush to push the situation forward or apply pressure. Instead, you let her set the pace while remaining present and engaged. This calm and confident approach not only shows her that you respect her boundaries, but also reinforces her interest. Take a moment to reflect. How many times have you encountered these situations, but dismissed them as unimportant? You may have been missing an opportunity to connect on a deeper level. Her actions create a sense of intimacy without her needing to say a word. Stoicism equips you to stay grounded and composed, helping you pick up on these subtle cues without reacting impulsively. For example, notice the way she plays with her hair, touches her face, or shifts her body language. These small, often subconscious gestures can indicate nervous excitement or attraction. If she crosses her legs but points them in your direction, or consistently leans in closer during your conversation, these are subtle but meaningful signs of interest. Her body language is aligning with her intentions, even if she hasn't voiced them outright. The key here is not to overthink or become overly eager. A Stoic man recognizes these signals for what they are, but doesn't feel the need to act hastily. Instead, he allows the moment to develop naturally, maintaining a balance between confidence and patience. Imagine this scenario. You're deep in conversation, and she's twirling her hair while holding steady eye contact. Or maybe she's leaning toward you, her body slightly angled in your direction. These are powerful, unspoken signs of attraction. As a Stoic, you remain calm, acknowledging the signals without rushing to capitalize on them. This composed demeanor not only keeps the interaction comfortable, but also builds intrigue, showing her that you're in control and aware. Expressing her attraction in a subtle but meaningful way. A Stoic man would take note of these compliments without letting them go to his head or dismissing them entirely. Instead, he accepts them with grace, recognizing them as signs of genuine interest. Frequent compliments, especially those focused on your appearance, confidence, or unique traits, often mean she's drawn to both your physical presence and your energy. For example, if she frequently praises your smile, mentions how great you look in a particular outfit, or admires how you carry yourself, she's paying close attention, and she wants you to know it. Stoicism guides you to respond thoughtfully, not impulsively. Rather than letting compliments boost your ego or lead you to overanalyze, you simply accept them as part of the interaction. This calm acknowledgement not only demonstrates self-assurance, but also shows that you value her interest without appearing overly self-satisfied. Imagine this. During a conversation, she says something like, "You have such a great sense of style," or "Your confidence is really attractive." Instead of reacting with excessive enthusiasm or brushing it off, you respond with a simple, confident, "Thank you, I appreciate that." This balance of composure and gratitude further amplifies her interest, showing that you're both self-aware and grounded. Connection is when she brings up sexual topics during your conversations. This is one of the clearest and boldest signs of attraction, as it shows she's comfortable enough to broach a subject that requires trust and vulnerability. It's her way of testing the waters to see how you'll respond and whether you're on the same wavelength. When a woman talks about intimacy, relationships, or even playful innuendos, it's often an indication that she's thinking about you in a more personal, intimate way. A Stoic man, however, doesn't rush to react or let the conversation veer out of control. Instead, he remains composed, engaging with the topic confidently and without awkwardness, showing that he's at ease discussing such matters without overstepping. For example, she might casually comment on your workout routine and then jokingly add, "You must have some impressive stamina," or bring up a conversation about relationships with a playful tone. These aren't random remarks, they're subtle cues of her interest. As a Stoic, your response should be balanced. Acknowledge her comments with light humor or thoughtful engagement, but don't come across as overly eager. For instance, you might respond to her stamina comment with a confident smile and say, "I like to stay consistent in everything I do." This shows that you can handle the conversation with poise, further building intrigue and attraction, and approach the conversation with a mix of confidence and restraint. When a woman starts bringing up sexual topics or making flirtatious comments, it's rarely accidental. It's her way of exploring the potential for a deeper connection, gauging your maturity, and seeing if you can handle the subject with ease and respect. Women often use these moments to subtly express their interest while testing your ability to stay composed. A Stoic man doesn't rush to escalate the conversation or react impulsively. Instead, he listens attentively and responds thoughtfully, showing that he's comfortable engaging in the topic without losing his cool. For example, she might jokingly comment on a steamy scene in a movie, saying something like, "That was intense, what do you think?" Or make a playful remark about her own experiences. These aren't just casual comments, they're opportunities for you to demonstrate emotional intelligence and confidence. As a Stoic, your response should strike a balance between acknowledgement and restraint. You could reply with something lighthearted, like, "It definitely made an impression. What about you?" Or shift the focus back to her in a subtle, respectful way. By staying calm and collected, you signal that you can handle deeper, more intimate conversations, which makes you even more appealing in her eyes. By engaging with the conversation without rushing into anything, your calmness and control over your emotions and desires make you even more attractive. This is the essence of Stoicism, maintaining a composed, thoughtful approach in the face of attraction, and not allowing impulsive reactions to drive your behavior. Conclusion: Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control the actions of others, we can control how we respond to them. When it comes to attraction, this mindset is crucial. Recognizing these 6 signs is about understanding human behavior on a deeper level, observing subtle cues, and avoiding hasty judgments. If you can spot these signs in a woman, it's likely that she's signaling interest in something beyond just a casual connection. A Stoic approach helps you interpret these signals with clarity and composure, giving you a better chance to connect authentically without rushing or forcing the situation. Conversation. But as a true Stoic, you remain patient, calm, and composed, allowing the connection to develop naturally. There's no need to rush, because true confidence lies in knowing that everything will unfold in its own time. If you found value in this breakdown of Stoicism and attraction, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Also, tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. I'll see you in the next one.